Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my kitchen. So today I'll be showing you guys how I made this delicious mouth-watering egusi soup non-frying method. So guys, if today is your first time on this channel, you're very welcome to my channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you all for tuning back again. I do appreciate that. So today I'll be showing you guys this simple recipe egusi soup non-frying method like I said before, and this soup came out so delicious. Yes, so delicious. So guys, if this is your first time here, please don't forget to click on the subscription button and turn on the notification bell. So let's go ahead and get started with this soup. So guys, on this pot, like the pot on the stove right now, what I have in there is just the cow meat and the stockfish, and I use onions, pepper, salt, and some stock cube to parboil the meat. Then after 10 minutes I added my stockfish. So that's all I have in this pot at this time. So I'll go ahead and top that up with some water. Yes, so we'll go ahead and add more water to that, and I'll go ahead and stir that up, and I'll cover the pot and let it come back to a boiling pot. Meanwhile, we'll go ahead and I'll show you some items or some ingredients I'll be using for my cooking. So here I have uziza seed. You can use the leaf if you want, but I choose to go with the seed for today. And one scotch bonnet pepper and one ekpei. So this is local seasoning, and I'll be adding some dawa. So I don't know if this dawa is the same thing as local beans, so this one is like the dry one, so I'm not sure, So guys, I'll go ahead and blend everything together. So you can blend this up with your blender, but I choose to go the local way, which is the mortar and the mortar pestle. So the dawa and the ekpei was a little too dry because I just got them out from my freezer. So I decided to wash them, like just soak them in the water so they can loosen up a little bit. So I just feel like doing this method because it's kind of a little fun, and you also have to exercise your hands a little bit. So but you can definitely add this up in the blender, add a little water, and then blend everything up. That's the easy way. If you have your mortar and mortar pestle, you can choose to have a little fun, like doing exactly what I just did. So I'll set that aside, and this is my melon seed, which is the egusi. I added a little bit of water to loosen that up because this is not frying method, it's just we're cooking this without frying it at all. So look at that, it's bubbling so well. So I'll go ahead and scoop in my egusi in a little barges. Just scoop them in, just like that. So this is the most simple way you can make egusi. There is no stress in this egusi method, believe me guys. I don't know if I should say this is like the old school method. Yes, this time around there are so many ways you can put your egusi soup together. So but this is like the most simple way you can make your egusi. So go ahead and add some palm oil and stir that up again. It's kind of raining outside. I don't know if you guys can hear the sound from the raindrops. So after that, I will cover my pot, and the rest of my ingredients, I have my crayfish and I have my mackerel. You can decide to add your mackerel earlier when you were parboiling your meat, but I don't want to do that. So this is my Niger pot, which is also very good when you're making soup or making any porridge, like plantain porridge, yam porridge. So the Niger pot is really very nice. So I'll go ahead and scoop in my blended mixture or grinded mixture, whichever way. So I'll put that in a little bowl. And of course, I'll still have a lot of stuff left in the mortar and the mortar pestle. So I added a little bit of water to that so I can wash that out. You don't want to waste all of that good stuff there. So just go ahead and wash everything. And then after the washing, I went ahead and returned that stuff, the water inside the bowl. Just like that. Now go ahead and set that aside. And here is my crayfish and my mackerel. Yeah, so let's go back and check the soup to see how it's doing. Look at that soup, it's bubbling so well. So the soup has been on the stove, it has been cooking for like about 8 to 10 minutes because you want the egusi to be properly cooked. So I'll go ahead and return my blended spices, and I'll add my crayfish. Then I'll stir that around together, and then I'll go ahead and also add my stock cube, which is the Niger pot. I'll just add one. So I used one to parboil the meat, and I'm adding one again for the soup, which is total of 2. So I'll go ahead and add all my mackerel. Like, even if your mackerel is like those ones that doesn't taste good, try adding your mackerel at this point in your soup. Believe me, the soup will season right into the mackerel, and the mackerel will release its own taste inside the soup. It's like they are like, having a partnership business in this soup. Yes. So after that, go ahead and cover the soup. After 10 minutes, look at that. All the smoke, the vapor has covered up my camera. Yes, I could barely see anything right now. That's good. You can see. So, but it has cleared up. Look at that. You can see the real color of the soup right now. So I'm using a frozen spinach that I already brought out of my freezer for a while. So it's all melted right now, defrost. So I added that up and I stirred everything up together. So because it's a frozen spinach, I'll go ahead and after stirring it, I just want to take off the isiazo, which is the head of fish, because I don't want that to break at this point inside my soup. So I took that out, and after stirring everything up properly, I have to cover that up to cook for 2 minutes. But if I was using fresh spinach that was not in the freezer already, at this point I need to get my soup out of the heat. Yes, because you don't want to overcook your vegetable. But since I'm using frozen spinach, look at that soup is bubbling so well. It's kind of distracting me from what I'm saying. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and cover this pot for 2 minutes after making sure all the vegetables well combined together. Just cover that up just for only 2 minutes or even lesser than that, and we are done. Yes, the soup is done. And you have to taste your soup for to make sure you have enough salt, and it was perfect. Yes, it was completely perfect. I don't need to add any more stuff. So I'll go ahead and set that aside on the cold surface, and I'll proceed to make my fufu. So this is actually homemade amala, from scratch. I use cassava. So if you want to see that recipe, you just want to go ahead and click on that subscription button so you know whenever I upload this video for the amala recipe. Alright guys, I'll go ahead and enjoy my soup. Yes, look at that soup. It has been cooling down for about 5 to 10 minutes right now while I was making my amala. So it has been cooling off, but it's still pretty kind of hot. You can see that smoke. Yeah, it's still piping hot even if it has been out of this hot surface for about 5 to 10 minutes, but it's still very hot, guys. You don't want to dip your head inside that soup that much. Alright, so that's it, guys. I'll go ahead and enjoy my soup. Yes, this soup was so delicious. Very, very delicious. And it was very simple and easy. Look at that. Just take a look at that. It was simple and easy. No stress. No running around. Helter scatter. Yes, look at that soup. You be the judge. Just go and make this soup. You be the judge. So guys, that's it. I'll go ahead and enjoy my soup with my amala. So I wrap them up in a plastic bag. So it's time to enjoy. Look at that fufu. It was going down so well. It was going down pretty well. Alright guys, I hope you guys had fun with this soup. I hope you give it a try. So this is like an old school method of making egusi soup, like non-fry. You know, this time around there are so many ways, you know, that will make egusi, but if you still remember our olden days pattern method of making egusi soup, you will know that that is the best. Yes guys, the fish was really hot. It almost burned my hands. Alright guys, thank you all so much for watching, for spending your time with me in my kitchen, and I hope to see you guys on my next video. Stay safe and stay blessed. Bye bye.